Welcome back to the channel, everybody. How are all you doing? Hope you all are good. Today's video is going to be about some bad pre-built computers, because over the last few weeks we've seen even the pre-built PC ring getting much more expensive. Most of them that have at least a 1660 Super or better has went up as much as 37% in price over just the last few weeks. And the prices just keep going up and up. And a lot of us said it would be a good idea, maybe for now, to get a pre-build if you needed to get a graphics card. Well, unfortunately, these prices have definitely been increasing steadily as well in this market, just as it was in other markets as well. So I would suggest just to save up your money until you can actually buy a PC at a cheaper price so you can beast that baby out. Because once prices start to come down, you'll definitely get a much better system. But I do have a list of 5 pre-builds you should stay away from at all costs. The reason for this list is I feel like I owe it to my watchers to make sure they have a good idea before they spend money on something that has no long-term investment for the price to performance ratio. And these pre-builds do some shady things that could make you want to jump out of a window. So first, let's go with the Lune GTR. Now, Lune GTR is known to have the worst PC when it comes to pre-builds, as it is 47% of the time dead on arrival and leaves the CPU and GPU in the case with no packaging to protect it during shipping. Their power supplies are those really cheap $18 power supplies from China that you can most likely and will probably quit on you, or worse, cause damage to the PC that is irreparable. And that is if at any point in time you even get it to turn on. They also do some shady practices as well. They've been known to ship your PC to somebody else, and a lot of times you get a lot worse parts than what the listing said that you were buying. With a 1-star rating on PC Finder, their best star is a 3-star from only 6 customers. They have a 1-star from over 300 customer reviews, so this is basically equal to that stripper you find at those airport dives where they're all like 50 years or older and everything looks like time was just not kind to them, and all you want to do is give them $1 to leave you alone to eat your nachos in peace. That would be these PCs right here. Now next on the list is the iPassion. The iPassion's been around for a little while. Now, mostly selling on marketplaces like Newegg and Amazon, they have been known to send the wrong PC to people or a worse model than what you ordered, and customer service that's just never there to answer any questions. They too like to swap out parts that was on the listing for much cheaper ones, and most of their builds say only next gen GPU, which ends up only being a 1050 Ti, and a cheap one at that. Now, they've risen in prices even higher than some of the better well-known pre-builds in the world. They too like to cut out as many corners as they can, including listing Windows 10 on the PC and then saying you have to buy it from them after you get your computer. It's just predatory tactics like that that will always land you on a bad list like this, and for a good reason. I can't stand when companies do that. They tell you that, hey, it comes with Windows 10, you get it, and Windows 10 isn't activated, so you're like, hey man, what the hell's going on? And they're like, oh, well, you have to actually pay us to activate Windows. The next computer on this list is ABS. Now, ABS is only a little higher than the last two, but pretty much pulls the same shady tactics, even coming with a non-activated version of Windows 10, when saying that you have to buy a key from them, even though the listing says it comes with Windows 10. While somewhat cheaper than the other two, before the system sometimes comes with parts not plugged in or hanging out, and for the non-tech average user, they might not know what the issue is. Their cases they use is also known to fail more than most, just mainly the front part of the I/O and case fans just all of a sudden not working or never worked to begin with. And most users also say it sounds like a 747 is landing in their house. So if a dog took a shit and made a PC, it would be this one here. Now, the next one on the list, they used to be a decent company a while back when they were actually known as somebody else. But PRC, with price to performance, these guys really missed the mark, as their hideous steel gray cases with clunky retro style looking, clunky, that they think their parts are all made out of solid gold, with most reviewers saying the same things, that the part inside is not what's on the listing, power supplies are normally DOA, and things aren't even plugged in, and cable management looks like a toddler on meth put it together. Then there is the listing things like it comes with a liquid AIO, and instead you get a stock heatsink. And a few times people have even said that they got old heatsinks on AMD Phenom and FX days. So those really old AMD ones. So you have to wonder what some of these companies smoke to do some of the crap that they pull. Now, before we get to the first one here, I'm just going to give you a little history. This company actually at one point used to be good. Before last, 6 months to a year, CLX used to be Cybertron PC, which Cybertron was actually a cooler name in my opinion. But the only thing Cybertron has in common with Megatron is it gets its butt kicked by bots, and that's what I mean by this PC. So they were releasing some PCs that had an RTX 3060 every 3 weeks to a month and just in small batches for $900. And considering an RTX 360 on eBay is about $1,500, this was a good buy. But like I said, they only released it in small supplies, and of course, all the bots bought them up quickly just to pull those cards out so they could use them for mining. CLX is more of a middle-of-the-road pre-build. Not the worst, but definitely not the best. But they actually were caught selling GPUs at scalper prices to make a quick buck, and pre-orders were never getting the builds that they ordered or with the cards in them. So you top that off with some shipping delays as much as 6 weeks and predatory practices, definitely make the list. So these are the top 5 worst pre-builds to get at the moment, at least in my opinion. And many, that you can buy nowadays, these ones actually combined, they only have 2 stars with over 5,000 reviews between all these companies. So should everyone stop saying maybe go pre-build if you want a PC in 2021? I would say yes. As over the last few weeks their prices have gone sky high, you're paying as much as you would if you got a GPU on like a Shuffle or a Lottery or notification system. It's not ideal, but it's better than getting a third-rate PC for the price of a do-it-yourself. And with a do-it-yourself, at least you get warranties that cover your parts quick and easy versus paying extra for a warranty that seems to be a huge hassle to get it even corrected with the pre-build. Are all pre-builds bad? Well, it's not really for me to say. But I can say for the price right now, I would not even consider it. Save your money, and who knows, by mid-2022, at that kind of price, you could be building a beast of a PC, and instead of getting a 360 or 370 with that extra cash, maybe you could spring for a 380 Ti or a 3090, and build the PC of your dreams. And remember, never trust a bad PC. So with that being said, we will all catch you on the next video, guys, and thank you for watching, and remember to hit that like and subscribe button, as you are all amazing as always. Deuces.